If we are, then the VPN will authenticate us and send us an IP address, which is a private IP address on this network. Now, this client machine has got two addresses. One physical IP address, just like a real IP address, is public IP address, and then one like a virtual IP address from VPN server. Now, this IP address will be on this network, so he will be able to communicate with everybody on this network. With that IP address, this client machine will be virtually sitting on this network. He can do like anything that he wants as he were sitting on this network. Now, all the packets or all the data is going to go through this tunnel and communicate with this machines on this private network, and then go back again through this tunnel to this client machine here, as he was sitting in this switch here. Tunneling protocols. We have four types of tunneling protocols. We have point-to-point tunneling protocol, layer 2 tunneling protocol, secure socket tunneling protocol (SSTP), and internet key exchanging version 2 IKE v2. PPTP, it's among the most widely preferred tunneling protocol, and it's available as a built-in facility in almost all Windows operating system. Now, it's the lowest security. It doesn't use any certificates. It's very easy to configure. It uses port TCP 1723 and a protocol number 47. Easiest configuration. Now, for encryption, it can use something like MSCHAP version 2 or MSCHAP. Then we have a layer 2 tunneling protocol. Layer 2 tunneling protocol is got better security than PPTP. Uses UDP 1701 port number, protocol 50, and it's more complex configuration because it can involve certificates. And encryption uses AES or triple DES, and encapsulation uses IPsec. Secure socket tunneling protocol, it's best for the administrators because they don't have to open any new ports on the firewall. This port that they uses is 443, TCP 443, which is already open on the firewall for HTTPS or secure web communication. Encryption is performed by the SSL channels of the HTTPS protocol. Open port in the firewall. And then IKE version 2 is tunneling protocol that uses IPsec tunneling mode protocol over UDP port 500. Anything with IPsec uses certificates. This one is great because it's easy to move from one network to another network, from one wireless hotspot to another. You don't have to re-authenticate again. It will keep your authentication, or when you switch from wireless to the wired connection. The use of IKE version 2 and IPsec allows support for strong authentication and encryption methods. Encapsulation uses IPsec, ESP or AH headers for transmission over the network. For encryption, AES and triple DES. Configuring routing and remote access. Option for configuring RRAS is remote access, network address translation, virtual private network VPN access, and NAT. Secure connection between two private networks, or we can have a custom configuration. Now I'll show you a demonstration how to install routing and remote access server in Windows Server 2012 R2. Okay, in here I have a few machines. I got DC1, London DC1, London MEM1 DHCP, and a client machine. So what we have here, if I open Paint here, and I got clips here, I get a server. So what we have here is this server, DC1. Let's just make it a bit bigger and bold. This is London DC1. And there's got another server. And this server is London LON MEM1 DHCP configuration. And then we got the client machine. here as well. This is LON CL1 Win7. Okay, so now this network that we have, it's our private network, like this. Everything is on this, within this circle. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna pretend that this client machine moves away from our private network. It moves away to the public network, and we're gonna install VPN on this server. VPN on this server, and now this server is gonna have two interfaces, one that is internal and one that is external interface. This internal interface, this server's got 10.10.0.20 the IP address, and in the external we're gonna pick another one, say 172.31.10.20. yeah, okay, /24. Now we are pretending this is a private IP address, public IP address, where this client machine is going to be on the internet again as well, and it's going to connect with the public IP address as well. So let me just bring pretend internet here for us, make it a bit smaller. There we go. And this client machine will connect to the internet. We change the IP address. We're gonna pretend that it's on the internet, so we're gonna say it's 172.31.10.100/24, the IP address. Okay, so that will be in the future. What we had before, it's this client machine, it's inside in our local network. Okay, that's what we have at the moment, I should say. If I go to the client machine, Windows 7, open the command prompt, cmd ipconfig. See, the address that I got is 10.10.0.104. Okay, if I open DC1, and see the IP address for this DC, ipconfig 10.10.0.10. Okay, so if I go to the client on that DC again as well, I have created a folder called shares or share, and then I'll put the contoso policy in that share. So from the client, because I'm in the local network, so I should be able to see that, so I can ping that server. So say ping 10.10.0.10. Yep, I got a reply from that. That's great. So if I go and access that share, LON DC1 DC1 is there, share, and I got this contoso policy. Excellent. I get to see it because I'm in the local network. Now if I go to the setting of this virtual machine, so if I right click this virtual machine, go to settings, now first of all, just to show you, I've got a few switches. So I go to the virtual switch manager. I got the London switch, Paris switch, internet switch, different switches. So I'm going to connect this virtual machine to the internet switch. Pretend it's got the internet switch. So right click, settings, network. You see at the moment it's in London, so London switch. So I'll just change it to the internet switch. Okay. I got to inside that virtual machine, and I'll do ipconfig, release. So I'm going to get rid of that IP address that I have. Okay, it's done. Now I'll do ipconfig, renew, and we'll see. I'm going to pause the video because this will take a little bit time. So okay, after waiting for a while, it has failed. So if I do ipconfig, what do you think I should get? Yep, 169.254, which means Apipa. I couldn't communicate with my DHCP server. So I'm going to change the IP address to what we said earlier. So open configuration on the adapter,